The Bathurst 1000 is done and dusted. The armchair engineers are already whinging on Facebook, and the average Joe has already forgot that the rest of the Supercars season even exists. Rather than create a fucking whinge fest, I thought, fuck it, let's do a Bathurst review. But this is post-round dump. We don't do professionalism, we don't do sponsor-led questions, and we sure as shit don't know what the fuck we're doing. So I asked you lot what you want out of a Bathurst review, and as usual, your responses were as helpful in a very unhelpful way. I mean, is this like a kink thing? Like, what the fuck? Give the fans what they want, I guess. But first, I need a beer, and so do you. Unless you're on the track competing, because it's probably not a good idea to have alcohol in your system while driving. Alright, enough faffing about. Grab a crafty, spread those cheeks and buckle up. This is the post-round dump Bathurst 1000 Bonanza Wet Post-Piss-Up Award Ceremony. Bring the intro.
Just plucked her in first, gave some jam, fuck yeah.
The big guns come out.
Don't be a smarty about it, or you're gonna win one championship.
It centigrates.
Sandy?
Fuck yeah. Can't start it.
G'day dickheads and welcome to the post-round dump Bathurst Post-Piss-Up Awards Ceremony. But before we dive in, just do the usual YouTube shit, you know? Like, follow, subscribe, so we can spread the dump to more degenerates like yourself. Alright, the 2025 Bathurst 1000. Absolute fucking chaos. Wild weather, cars fucking slipping everywhere, and more debates than your average divorced parents after being on the piss. But when the smoke and social media salt settled, one team stood on top. Matt the Payne and Garth the Tandildo Tanda. The perfect mix of youth, experience, and enough big dick energy to power all of Pit Straight. Bring the pain! Anyway, enough jerking them off, let's get into the awards. Let's start off with Monster Fuck of the Round. This goes to the human, or team, who fucked the weekend beyond repair. And the winner is Triple Eight's main game drivers. Congratulations, guys. The Silkworm and the Toowoomba Seagull absolutely shat the bed. Meanwhile, Mr. Pie and Mr. Whincup actually did alright. Big dick energy. This is a really tough one. You know, there's a tough field this time around. You know, there's a lot of people that you know, I guess there's a lot of dong jewels flying around all over the bloody mountain over the weekend. You know, you had Mr. Hazelwood, you had Mr. Stewart, you had the BRT guys doing a pretty good bloody effort, and you know, I guess you could put Mr. Pie in there. Sorry, Mr. Pie, you're gonna have to stroke yourself this time rather than me doing it. But one man's big daddy dick energy stood tall over the rest of them. David Russell, congratulations. Mr. Russell dragged Team Drag Race's car to the near Bathurst victory. I mean, massive effort, massive energy, and massive, well, you know, good cunt of the round. The good cunt of the round was this is a tough one, you know, like, we had the live TV fingering masterclass earlier on in the weekend, and honestly, whoever that guy is, commendable legend. If you give me a message, I will send you some free shit. But unfortunately, while he was in the running, something just absolutely magical and beautiful happened on Sunday. None other than Chaz Mostert. Congratulations! You not only won our hearts, you also promoted Great Northern better than their own bloody marketing department. Absolute total legend status, and congratulations, mate. You're a fucking legend. One of the red flags that came out over the weekend was due to the timing machine fucking up once again, and as a result, Crompo started throwing shade at the timing with a level that I've never seen since That epic Scaife Lowndes, Colin Bond fucking... Oh no, sorry. Murphy Lowndes, Colin Bond fucking throwing fists in winter 2003. By the way, if you haven't seen that, find it on YouTube. It is absolute theatre. But yeah, for this effort, he wins the Straight Outta Compton Award. Congratulations, Neil. Love your work. Most moist moment. That's a bit of a mouthful to say, isn't it? Imagine trying to say that fucking 5 times fast. Most moist moment. Anyway, moving on. The whole race was full of moist moments, but you know, I mean, where do I start? The whole race was bloody moist, really. You know, some epic passing going on, some amazing battles, but after a few beers and some post-night clarity, the moisted moment had to be the finish itself. That was absolutely fucking epic. Like, you know, you think 3 cars battling it out, and then 2 cars punt each other at the end, and, you know, my boy Payne coming through. It was absolute theatre. It was probably the most moist thing I've ever seen. You know, in fact, it was probably more moist than anything Sheldon's ever experimented with or experienced. Well, you know, until he gets a night with a lady. Of course. I'm rooting for you, mate. Okay, guys, I think we need to bring down the music for this one. I'm going to speak a bit more softly, a bit more emotional, because it's time for Tearjerker of the Round. Tearjerker of the Round goes to those who suffered undeserved heartbreak. And this one goes to Team Juicy Wood. They look like genuine contenders out there until the Ford absolutely crapped themselves. Turned a wet wood into a sad wood. You won our hearts. You really won our hearts, boys. By the way, full credit to the Walkinshaw and Andretti United team for getting him back out there and in the finals, because Wood in the finals, that just come on, that sounds good. And for fuck's sake, someone give Juice a full-time contract already. Do it. Let's change things up with dad moment of the round. This goes to kind of that moment where you know, someone is just being a complete dad, like full father energy, and it goes to the Bathurst winner Garth Tander for putting the ultimate dad move. You know, winding up a young bloke on the bloody podium with a classic, you know, the classic 67. But you know, while 67 does sound great, wait till they hear about 69. Best dress of the round, there's only really one bloke that you can really go to for this, and Will Brown, hands down. Congratulations, mate. That little Melbourne Cup looking thing on his, you know, on his car, you know, they, what should they call it? Apparently they call it a fascinator. Yeah, I know. Imagine, you guys just learned something. So did I. Wait, are you actually getting some form of knowledge from the show? What the fuck's going on? Congratulations, Will. It's time for a scenic trip to the Adderton Winery. Welcome. Here is where the grapes are sour and the tears are super touring salty. This week's vintage has strong salty notes of slamming ticket sales and TV ratings, while his own posts pull up about the same amount of engagement as Inbreds and Supercars threads. And that's run by a bunch of bloody basement dwelling virgins, most likely. Lots of talk, no walk. Just another batch from the Adderton Winery. Jeez, I think there's a fair amount of salt and toxicity after that segment. So let's bring it down to you know, can we change the music to something a bit more wholesome and happy and shit? Yeah, there we go. Okay, wholesome cunt of the round. This one goes to the legends who warm our cold, wicked hearts. And realistically, there's only one bloke, well actually two blokes that have won the award this time. Congratulations to the grimmest painted car of Timu Will Ferrell and Lethal Lee. Congratulations, guys. Seeing those blokes on the podium was wholesome as fuck, and you know, giving an absolute crack to Payne on the last lap, absolute fucking theatre. And some serious BDE going on there. Like, you guys will be tripping over your own dicks after that episode. Like, just full on. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Congratulations, guys. Speaking of tripping over their own dick, it's now time for the South Dick Trip Award. This award goes to the team that seems to be the cause and solution to all their problems. And surprise, surprise, it goes to Tickford. Congratulations, guys. Tickford get it for doing exactly what Tickford does best. Tripping over their own dicks. Classic. Just Tickford things. It must be really hard to be a Tickford supporter. I mean, they just look so promising and you're like, this is our year. And then they fuck up. It's a bit like the Warriors in NRL, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. And now for the Young Cunt Award. This goes to a bunch of young blokes who just push above expectations and show the old folks how it's done. This one was actually a really hard decision to make because there was a lot of good combinations out there. It seemed that the rookies in general seemed to really show the veterans how it's done in a very difficult conditions. But this one goes to Job Stewart and Cooper Murray. Congratulations, guys. Realistically, they probably weren't a good chance for the win, you know, if it wasn't for that cheeky spray by the Golden Shower. Your efforts were absolute top notch. So well done, legends. Keep up the good work and yeah. And now it's time for Inbred of the Round, endorsed by the fine folks at Inbreds and Supercars Threads. Some say that his nipples always point towards the closest source of bourbon, and it is farts smell of 98 octane. All we know is that he's Toasty Trev. Take it away, Trev. Alright, kids, Toasty Trev here. This Red's Inbred of the Round goes to none other than Supercars themselves for once again fucking up the timing. It's the millionth time this fucking year. Seriously, was the time machine made by the bloody blokes who fucking make the Macca's machines? You know, the ice cream machines that always fuck up when you want a fucking sundae and like, you know, it's fucking bullshit. Anyway, I've said it before and I'll say it again. That thing is as useful as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and as trustworthy as a fart when you got diarrhea. Supercars, it's 2025, sort your fucking shit out. Toasty Trev out. Thanks, Trev. Insightful as ever. So what did we learn today? Well, fuck all really, I mean, but that's really no difference to your average kind of Supercars show, right? But just remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the dick jokes that you meet along the way. And if you've made it this far, congratulations, have another beer. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because, yeah, why not? Do it. I'm Macca, and this has been Post Run Dump Bathurst Special. I'll see you dickheads after the Gold Coast. See you then.
Just plucked her in first, gave some jam, fuck yeah.
The big guns come out.
Don't be a smarty about it, or you're going to win one championship.
Centigrades. Now,